Hello, and welcome to Soda Review Channel, where today we'll be taking a look at Holiday Creamy Vanilla Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This drink was released for the 2025 holiday season. I promise we meant to review it in time, but time just got away from us. Um, this is I don't really know how they can call it holiday. I mean, cream and vanilla don't strike me too much as holiday flavors. I think more like candy canes and copious amounts of chocolates and dreidels. Um, but essentially, maybe it's trying to be reminiscent of the Christmas tradition of eggnog. I don't know what eggnog's flavored with. I just thought it was flavored with plenty of alcohol. All right, let's get started. What I was originally hoping for with this was it would be a smoother soda, like that Nitro Pepsi from a few years back. That stuff was really good. It was sold in a what's called a widget can, which is a small um, inner container with some nitrogen that gets released through the soda when you open up the can and release a little bit of the pressure. It's a really cool tech, but I can't imagine that they've replicated anything like that in a regular plastic bottle. And I don't know how they can rightly call this creamy, considering the big disclaimer that says, if you can't read that, contains no dairy, which is weird. Maybe they're just like making something to try to hide from the fact that they keep using AI in their advertisements. One day we're gonna get a really obviously AI soda packaging, and the entire video is just going to be me screaming obscenities at the Coca-Cola company. But for now, let's see how different this really is from vanilla Coke. That smells precisely like a vanilla Coke Zero. Oh wow, the bubbles are coming out of that really fast. Now, whenever I'm doing one of these videos, I always make sure to do a little bit of research, figure out the histories of older drinks, and for newer drinks, see what people's reactions are online. And one thing I've seen pretty consistently about this drink is that when you pour it, it goes flat really quickly, though it does taste more carbonated than it looks. But yeah, all of the bubbles are just going out of there. I know that's not really easy to see on camera, but that's weird. I've never seen a soda act like that. That is audibly hissing. I'm tempted to let it go, but I'm just gonna take a sip of it. Oh my god, what? Okay, that's very different. How do I even describe that? Okay, so with some of these drinks, there's kind of a delineation between the flavor that's added, in this case, the vanilla, and the base soda, the Coke Zero. And in this case, there's something spicy between them. Not spicy as in like a habanero, more like a little stick of cinnamon. And it's like, You got the vanilla, and then you've got a nearly indistinct scream, and then you have the Coke. It's really, really weird. And the vanilla flavor is a lot more intense, is the way I would put it. If you've ever had vanilla ice cream and vanilla bean ice cream with the little flecks of blended up vanilla bean in it, the difference is kind of like that between regular vanilla Coke Zero and this. It's a more full body, intense vanilla flavor than if they added the synthetic vanilla flavor called vanillin. Hmm. The second ingredient on here is just caramel color. Hmm. This is sweetened with Ace K, aspartame, and sucralose. The regular vanilla Coke Zero had aspartame first and then Ace K, and no sucralose. Interesting. Makes sense that it would taste different then. Each of the sweeteners does bring its own distinct flavor. Like, aspartame is really ungodly sweet in higher concentrations. Like, it's actually so sweet you can't really compute it, so it kind of just rounds off to a very sweet rather than an this is the sweetest thing you can taste on the planet. And stevia brings a bad flavor, but no stevia in this, and I can say I respect that. Now, the other host, when she reviewed the full sugar variant of this, I don't remember if this made it into the video, but she speculated that perhaps it was to go off of the new dirty soda trend, wherein creams and such have been mixed into sodas by certain soda forward restaurants from an unnamed state in the western United States. Nah, I'm kidding. It's Utah. Utah has a long history of kind of weird soda trends. I don't want to say weird because it's actually really cool and interesting. The dominant religion within Utah is the Church of the Latter-day Saints, more commonly known as the Mormon Church, and they have certain restrictions. For example, you can't drink hot caffeinated beverages, but some members of the church do drink cold caffeinated beverages. And so cafes never really became too popular there, but soda shops did and remain popular there. They've actually, in recent years, started spreading outside of Utah. And you can go to these places and get really interesting mixed sodas with creams and flavorings and even pieces of fruit, if I'm not mistaken. And there's speculation that the big two soda companies are piggybacking off of this trend. This trend, of course, amplified by social media apps such as um, MySpace, Vine, um, Beezer, uh, Double Ups. Okay, that joke's not funny. Um, but yeah, I can see that. Pepsi, for example, is coming out with a dirty Mountain Dew next year. This year, now, I guess. That's essentially a mix of Mountain Dew and a cream soda. And I could see this being fairly similar to that, sort of a soft launch of a dirty Coca-Cola. It's still kind of bubbling. That's wild. I feel like I've just drunken all of the vanilla in the world. That would be really good with a scoop of vanilla ice cream to make a float. Don't do that with zero sugar. Do that with full sugar. Overall, I give it a good.